And we are live there.
We're live on YouTube.
We're live.
We're live on YouTube.
Yeah.
Hi. Hey.
All right. Welcome to the first episode of We Rank Stuff. We Rank Stuff.
Stuff. I like it.
Did you guys
that
like my
rocks.
opening? You like my
I like
opening
that.
theme song there?
I like it.
Yeah.
It's
Thank you.
pretty delicious.
I appreciate that. So yeah, today we are going to be ranking Star Wars, all things Star Wars. But first, we'll introduce everybody here. Starting to my right is Static.
Hey, I'm Static 2020, and I'm here to rank some stuff. I do YouTube and things. We'll talk about that at the end.
Yeah. Okay. Joker Voice also here.
Oh, hello. If I was any more amazing, I would be illegal. Hello, folks. Let's have some fun.
And by the way, guys, I was on a stream last night with Joker. He said he knew all the right answers to these. So just a heads up on that.
True story.
Why am I even here?
I know. That's what I thought. I was
Good
like, why are we
question.
even doing this? And Copa, how's it going, bud?
Yo. That's it. Yo.
Yo, okay.
Waste no time. Jump right into it.
Short and
Let's do
sweet.
it.
Here. I agree with Wookie here. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's do this.
So we are going to be ranking Star Wars. all
Oh,
this year.
Shadow's here. Baby Nuts is here.
What's Shadow got to say? We were streaming with him last night, weren't we? His opinion on Maul was wrong, so I wouldn't trust him. Okay, well, we're about to
We'll
find
get to that.
We're just
Baby nuts.
starting off. We're just starting off
Yeah.
with throwing punches. All right, so I think we're just going to start kind of at just the beginning. We'll start like episode 1. What we'll do is I'll put it where I'm at, where I think it should be, and then we'll just kind of go down the list, and then I'll move it up and down accordingly. So yeah, I don't think it was very good, and I think it's probably a D. What do you guys got?
Static, we'll start with you. We'll just work our way down.
Yeah, we can just work our way down.
So, like, I don't know.
What's up, Cannoli?
Darth Maul, I think, would definitely have it earn a C because Darth Maul was a badass and never saw anything like that before. And I don't know. I've just got a thing for Darth Maul.
A thing.
Okay. So what do you think it would be?
Okay.
A C.
A C? Okay.
Yeah.
JV?
I would probably put it as a C as well. I mean, we get the introduction to Darth Maul. This is also the first film we got in like 16 years. So the demand for this was just off the chart. Folks would actually go pay for a full price movie ticket just to watch this trailer and would leave. And
That's right. What was the
Right.
movie that they would go to see?
oh god, I can't remember.
It was but they'd go to see the trailer and then they'd leave. Like
Was
right.
it You Got Mail? Was it You Got Mail? That
It was something
that
that was
attached
not
to?
like sci-fi or
No, it was like
related.
completely like romantic comedy or something like
We got
that.
Cannoli Sasquatch, and more importantly, we have
Mrs. Canola Sasquatch.
There we go.
Oh,
We got both
Mrs.
of them. That's
Sassy's
a
here
pair.
too.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that.
2 for 1, folks.
So I would say a C as well.
You'd say a C?
Mhm.
Copa, what do you think? Am I going too low?
No, I think it's a D.
You think it's a D?
I think
Well,
the
you're
mix.
wrong.
I think there's a decent mixture of. You don't know what you're talking about, dude. That middle part, that second act is so boring. When they get to Tatooine, it is just rough to get through that until you get. And the Metachlorians are in there. I didn't need an explanation on the Force. It was just fine the way it was. But the Darth Maul parts were excellent. The pod race was excellent. Jake.
Wookie, are you talking about Queen Amidala or oh, you're probably talking about Mrs.
She probably
Sasquatch
did.
on that.
Mrs. Sassy's the boss.
There you
The
go.
misses. Come on now.
Yeah. But yeah, Yeah, the action sequences were all there. I had no problem with the Jedi themselves. I had a problem with Jake Lloyd, and I had a problem with where they started out. I didn't want to see Anakin's childhood. I think the trilogy would have served itself better if it started off with Anakin as a teenager, getting sucked into the Jedi Order.
See, I'm going to disagree with that because for the simple fact that now we now know of his. We know the risk that Qui-Gon took bringing him along at 9 years old, where he's already formed his attachments to his
too old
mom.
to do it.
Yeah, but he could have already formed his attachments as a teenager, is what I'm saying. You didn't need to see him at 9. You could have seen him go through the same things as a young adult, like a teenager or maybe a preteen, go through the same things, and it would have been a little bit better. I think it would have served the story as a whole. I think if you started at part 2 with him as a teenager, getting into the Jedi Order, training as a Jedi, and then episode 2 would be actually episode 3, and then episode 3 would be him hunting down the Jedi. I think that would be a solid trilogy. I think 1 is definitely not.
Shadow seems to agree with you, Copa, that it should have been a little older.
Yeah.
Well, but I'm going to push back on that just one more time because then that makes Qui-Gon's death really mean nothing. Qui-Gon's death sets the entire thing in the motion. That's why.
Well, you could have had the same story, just had him older. You could have had Qui-Gon die.
But that's why that set piece and that
Jan is here. Hey.
And that score
The other
piece.
boss.
I should have had them here instead of you guys.
They would.
All right, so
I wasn't quite
Yeah,
done.
go ahead.
That's why that set piece and that score piece is called Duel of the Fates. The fate of the galaxy rests on that battle right there.
Yeah, but I'm not negating that battle. I'm saying that he needed to be older. I'm not saying that didn't need to happen. I'm just saying that if it happened at him at an older level, it would serve the story better.
Got anything to add there?
I'm kind of liking the idea of an older Anakin because then they could have developed the bond of Anakin and Qui-Gon some more with that, as opposed to him just being like a little kid. They could have actually had like a real relationship type thing going on, like he gets later with Obi-Wan, and that would have made Qui-Gon's death even more impactful on the whole end of it all. I'm kind of liking that idea,
Yeah. Okay, so we're thinking probably in this. I might need to readjust this for the next one and have like a C- or D+ area or something like that.
That's like a D+, C-.
Speaking of D+, we'll get to those later. Episode 2, also not a fan. I think it's better than episode 1. So yeah, I might put it at a C, but we'll start with a D right now. Static. How do I move you guys around if I want to do I just move them?
I have no idea.
Okay. Anyway, Static, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm partial to an F on episode 2. Then I was
Okay.
when I saw this, I was just bored out of my mind. Like, I haven't watched it in who knows how long. Like, I just didn't care.
F. Okay.
Yeah, F.
Joker, what do you think?
See, I would put this. I think this is the right spot for episode 2, and I think that episode 1 should be a C because this is just not as good a film. And I mean, you go from Darth Maul, and then you go to Count Dooku, which once you get into like the Clone Wars and stuff, these now these characters get a lot more. You get a lot more depth on these characters. But as far as a apprentice goes, I would take Darth Maul over Count Dooku any day.
That's a good point.
For sure.
Copa, what do you think?
I give it a D as well. I think once again the second act suffers with the romance. It's one of the worst romances in its cinema history.
Which
It never felt organic at all. It was
Well-
one of the worst ones ever.
which we know. I mean, George is great at building worlds. Dialogue is not his strength.
I mean, like he should have, like I said before, another time, he should have really learned his lesson from episode 1 and passed off the screenplay to other people, but he never did.
I don't know
It's
about that
just awful.
Shadow. They're both pretty bad. I don't know about this one, Attack of the Clones.
I think that once again, the action is top notch. You have a lot of badass characters that come into play here, and you finally get to see Yoda fight. That Yoda fight scene was legit.
that was
Interesting.
cool.
Interesting thing as well. Episode 2, you actually got
Oh,
to
the Boba Fett thing. Oh my god, I hated that so much.
You actually got to see lightsaber styles.
Jango Fett.
So you got to see a Form 2, you got to see Form 3, and Form 4 being used.
Yeah, actually, Wookiee kind of makes a point here in episode 2. You get to see his first kind of flirtation with the dark side. So,
his Massacre of the Sand People was pretty legit too.
Yeah,
that was true. Yeah,
like you really felt his anger in that scene.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna say it's a little better actually now that we've talked about it. All right.
Wait, is this Tyler's rankings plus opinion?
I'm trying to get a consensus here. I'm getting the consensus here, and also, yeah, it is my ranking. No, I need to have more like a C-, C+ stuff, but episode 3, I would say I like that one. That one, I mean, it's obviously the best of 3. I think. I don't know if anybody would disagree with me on that.
No.
I'd put it at a B. What do you guys think?
Copa, let's start with you and did the
I
work
say
up.
it's a C. I say it's a C, but it is the best one out of the trilogy. I think it suffers. I think it tries to make up for all the problems that it had, the previous 2 had, and it almost cleans it all up, but it kind of falls short. I think it's a C.
Okay. Joker, what you got?
I would put this as a B. It is clearly the best of all. Clearly the best of all 3. That fall that Anakin finally has, and just okay. Thanks, Shadow.
Yeah.
and just that set piece on Mustafar is just one of the most gorgeous things I've seen, and Ewan really sells it in this one. Hey, Tabitha.
Okay. Oh yeah, episode 1 deserves more respect. I don't think anybody agrees with that. But
No, I thought it was.
I did. But and then Ewan really sells it right at the end when he goes, you were the chosen one, and you just you just feel the hurt in him, that his heart has just broken. And I will admit, when I saw this in the theater, when the mask finally comes on, seals shut, and there's that split second of silence, and then the I leapt out of my seat, and I'm clapping and cheering.
That was a good moment. The only thing about that though is it's immediately ruined by that. Yeah,
it's true. Immediately ruined by that. No, but I thought his fall was a little too quick in that one. But then again, it was just the pacing of the entire trilogy for me. I think his fall came a little too far in episode 3. It's like an hour and a half in.
We'll probably get that on Disney Plus pretty soon.
I say that was another film.
Yeah, that's
episode 2 deserves less respect. We didn't give him much.
Me and Tabitha are on the same page.
Yeah.
Likewise.
I think if Revenge of the Sith had 2003 Clone Wars, it would be A. That's a much better Grievous. Yeah, that is.
Oh,
the Clone Wars version, I think.
The Tartakovsky Clone Wars, the 2D animation.
All right, what do you think, man?
I still think episode 1 and 2 should be switched.
I'm there with Joker. I think episode 3 is fine where it is.
I think episode 3 is a C, and then episode 1 and 2 are D's. So
You think like that?
Okay, I can work with
Yeah.
No.
All right, we'll go with. It sounds like a consensus on this one here. So let's go with. I still call this just Star Wars.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's a no. It's gotta be an A on that one.
I would go B.
This is A New Hope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
Nah,
go B. Go ahead. Yeah, you gotta
Yeah.
explain that one.
B. Okay.
Yeah, you.
Now, because this is the one that sets the table for everything. It brings us into this brand new world, and the only reason I would put it at a B is because there's so many other things that are just so much better, and just move that entire filmmaking and story forward, that you can't really put it in that A, because that almost would diminish the other films. I mean, I still remember seeing this in 1977 on May 25th. I remember it because that's my mom's birthday, and my dad took me to the movies instead. She's still salty about that. True story.
So did you see the opening weekend?
Yeah.
Did you really? That's cool.
May 25th, 1977. My dad meets me after school, and we're going, and I'm like, where are we going? And he's like, you'll see. And we pull into this like little strip mall shopping area, and I see on a marquee Star Wars, and we get our little stuff and whatever.
Mhm.
And then the curtain comes up. Yes, back when theaters had curtains still, the curtain would come up, and you get a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. First note hits, and this 6-year-old's jaw is on the floor for the next 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you think a B on that one?
Yeah, just because there's so many other things that surpass this, but it is a great starting point.
Okay. Tabitha says episode 2 was about a hormone-driven teenager and a senator who should have known better. It's a lot of moody.
She was
people.
older.
That is for sure. I think she's talking about Anakin on the hormone-driven.
Oh no, that senator was grooming.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
Amidala was grooming.
Questionable.
She was moving and grooving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Copa, what do you think? A?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
100% a day. I mean, this is the movie that just takes cinema and makes it fun again.
Agreed.
Makes it an extra level of fun to be at. George Lucas takes what Stanley Kubrick invented with 2001, about 10 years prior.
Shadow, I'm sorry, I don't know if you're talking about New Hope with that. I'm a little behind. That may be an episode 3 comment, but go ahead, Copa. Sorry.
Yeah, he takes what Stanley Kubrick invented with 2001: A Space Odyssey and just completely annihilates what Stanley Kubrick was able to achieve with models and with set pieces and stuff like that. This is also something that they laughed at when he brought it to 20th century's attention. They laughed at him and gave him a budget, and he said, "Oh, I also want a toy deal and I want to own the rights." They're like, "Yeah, sure, go for it, buddy. He ain't going to make $1 off of this." And you have John Williams' score that when it snaps onto screen, you are awake and you do not go to sleep at all on this movie. He takes pieces from Gustav Holst's Mars, The Planets. If anybody knows what I'm talking about, it's a symphony called The Planets, and he does like a symphonic melody for each planet. And John Williams takes that and just makes this entirely beautiful score out of it. I mean, it's hands down, start to finish. The acting is brilliant, even though they have some of the worst dialogue to work with. You have some of the most talented actors to act that crap out.
Oh, no, I would not say that. Talented actors with Mark Hamill.
Ooh, Alec.
Are you saying Alec
Guinness?
Guinness is not a talented actor?
I'm saying the main guy. Mark Hamill's not a talented actor.
Mark Hamill's Mark
little,
Hamill, but Mark
he's
Hamill's
so-
surrounded
What'd
by.
you say up here? Hormonal driven teen. That was Luke and But I want to go with
No,
the
Luke was a-
converters. Oh.
Luke was a bitch, dude.
Yeah,
Luke was just
yeah.
Luke was a bitch until
Yeah.
until
You know what?
Return
I'm
of the
moving it down to a
Jedi.
B so far, just because of Luke right there.
Just because Luke's a bitch.
Yeah.
It gets a B for a bit.
I
But
mean,
you
I
guys
mean,
can
everything
still shove me on it.
everything I just said was okay, but Luke being a bitch gives it a B.
I mean, but I mean,
I'll move it back up if Static wants to.
I mean,
It'll come down to Static. What do you think?
For
And
me,
this
this
is-
is like.
okay.
For
We'll
me,
come
this
back
is
to you,
where I
Joker.
wish
Hold on.
we
Sorry,
had
go
the
ahead.
A- range. I wish we had the A- range.
I know.
It's not the best, but it's better. I think it's better than Episode 3 because this was everyone's introduction to Star Wars. At least everyone here, I'm guessing.
Correct.
And I remember the first time that came on my grandparents' television, and I was gone for like 2 hours just watching that. Like I was in my own world, and I mean, obviously from an emotional standpoint, this movie is huge on my scale, but not as good as some other things that we might get into later. Well,
Okay. So what do you think? A, B, C?
I think on this one,
on this
Hold on, Joker,
scale
just a
it's a
second.
B.
You think it's a B? Okay.
Yeah.
Joker, what do you think?
I would
You
definitely
said
say
B,
B.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I did say B, and we were talking about the cast. So, George cast not individuals. He cast his core as a ensemble,
Mhm.
and it just happened to be that Harrison Ford was a carpenter on set because he needed work, and he had worked with George on American Graffiti,
Right.
and just happened to work out that way. And yes, I mean, Sir Alec Guinness, the Oscar Award winner, who actually hated this role. So
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I do agree that there was a bunch of good acting in it. I just had to get the whole Luke Skywalker not a good actor,
bitch.
and then also Shadow saying that he was, I guess he was just an itch when Attack of the Clones was born. So he's a little younger than you. It sounds like, Joker.
Yeah, he's 19.
Yeah, just a little bit.
No,
Let's see. Wookie says Rogue One isn't that. We're not even at Rogue One, but hold on.
We'll get there.
Whoa there.
I was talking. Oh, okay.
Get
that
out
was
of light
Leo's,
speed,
yeah.
bro.
Right, geez,
You made the
whoa.
jump to light speed way too fast.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, we forgot a couple, didn't we? Let's see. Clone Wars was before New Hope.
Correct.
Before Episode 3 too. Clone Wars, I don't really know that much about it. I'm just going to put it at a C and figure out what you guys think about it.
A.
Okay.
A.
Dude, that animation was booty cheeks.
Well, this is all of the Clone Wars stuff, so it would even include the stuff
Oh,
up until now.
From
And
the
I guess
TV
even
show,
the movie, because I didn't have a different section for the movie, so it's just kind of all the Clone Wars. You still think A, Joker?
Absolutely. This fills in that 3-year gap between Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith.
Mhm.
And this was one of the first fully 3D animated series, and we get a much more of a dynamic between Obi-Wan and Anakin. We get to see Darth Maul, who's back from the dead because no one ever really dies in these type of worlds.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well, not now. It used to be they died. But now
Right.
they don't.
Right, exactly. And so you get his story, and you get introduced to Mandalore, and you get more fleshed out of the history and the lore of the Mandalorians, and you get introduced to a character that no one liked initially, but grew to be an immense fan favorite, that being Ahsoka Tano.
Shadow says best Star Wars period.
Ooh.
So high praise there. Copa, what do you think, man?
Never seen it.
Never seen it. Okay.
Nope.
Static, you're going to be the deciding vote. You think it's an A?
So I don't even remember how many seasons this is. I've actually watched
7.
the whole thing. Okay, yeah, I've watched it all twice through, but the last time I watched it was I don't know, probably 7 years ago. And
then you haven't seen the last season then, because that came
I
out.
I might have missed the final season or the final two seasons.
Oh God, the last season is so good. The last 4 episodes is during Order 66.
I did see these. Yeah.
You know what? I did see that. Yeah, I did see that. So maybe it was like 4 or 5 years ago was the last time I did the whole run through with these. But this was my introduction to Cad Bane. This was an introduction to a lot of, because I didn't read the books or any of that.
Likewise.
But there's definitely a lot of introduction. The whole I didn't like the Darth Maul thing. Should have left him dead. But my biggest gripe is the animation was ass. Like, it was not good, and that's why I didn't watch other Star Wars animation, because it actually got worse, I felt, after that series.
Do you think the animation started out bad and got worse?
It did. Oh, okay. It did in the Clone Wars film. The Clone Wars film was the arc where they have to.
I don't know if I put that up yet.
So I don't know if we have it on this list for us to rank, but I thought Rebels was worse animation.
I'm going to that.
Oh, it was. Yeah. It was.
Okay. Yeah,
it was.
You haven't seen the last season.
But, I for me, Clone Wars is a B.
Yeah, I think the middle 4 episodes of season 7 was season 7 the most recent one, the Disney Plus season. Yeah, that was the one where they had like the side story with Ahsoka before she does like anything, right?
And the Pikes, correct?
Okay, so yeah, I have seen that. I don't think I've seen any of the earlier stuff. Copa, what do you think? Oh, you said you hadn't seen it, right?
Yeah. I just know Maul comes back to life, and I think that's stupid. So
yeah, and he's like
just on that alone,
on like crab legs.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, we'll go with Rebels here, and I haven't seen much of it either, so I'm just gonna leave it there and let you guys talk. Static.
Rebels.
We'll start with Static. What do you think?
Okay.
So straight up, I watched 3 episodes of this. Couldn't garner any interest, and I was just tired of looking at bad animation.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Joker.
I think C is a good place to have it. This is the first property that was released under after the 2012 acquisition. This came out in 2014, and they had a much smaller budget, and it shows in the animation. But you get introduced to some new characters. And this is set right around the same time. This is set like 5 years before A New Hope. And you get a great scene with Ahsoka and fully fledged Darth Vader.
Mm-hmm.
You get introduced to the Inquisitors. You get introduced to concepts like the Veil of the Force with the world between the worlds. And I have watched the whole series through probably 4 times. I've enjoyed it. You also get introduced to the subspace network that the Rebels use, codename Fulcrum, and it's not as good as the Clone Wars, but it holds up, and it's decent Star Wars.
Copa, what do you think?
Yo, I haven't seen this one either.
Okay.
I haven't seen any of the animated ones. So.
That's fine. Okay. So yeah, C sounds about right with that one. And since we're talking about the Clone Wars and stuff, we'll throw Bad Batch in there. I haven't seen anything on that. Anybody?
Season one was okay. It recanonized the death of Kanan's master from the comics. The season 1 was an interesting story about a set of clones who have defected. Because it's a very new Star Wars project. It's got we're going to shepherd along a small child in Omega who's starting to get annoying. And season 2, I would put if season 2, it's been 5 episodes thus far, and 4 have just been absolute filler. There's been one episode that's moving the story along from the transition from Republic to Empire during Operation the Warhammer. So C-, D+, somewhere around there.
Okay. Static, have you seen Bad Batch?
No, I watched one episode and saw it was another save the children thing, and I bowed out.
All right. Copa?
No,
Did you?
Haven't seen it? All right.
Nope,
So,
not yet.
Joker, what do you think? C or D?
For the first season, I'd give it overall a C.
Let's see. Okay. Let's see what else we skipped over here.
Andor.
Solo.
It's in the same. Ugh.
Solo. was-
F.
F.
I'm gonna say F
F.
on that one.
F.
Static, you have any hot takes on anything other than complete shit?
You know what? I hate how they introduced Han and Chewie.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I thought that could have been so much better.
From
I mean,
start
I-
to finish, they ruined everything.
Yeah.
From
Yep.
start to finish.
The
You would think it's not even possible to do something as dumb as Solo, but there it is.
you would think and the only thing that was even be redeemable was Lando, but they screwed him up too.
Yeah, they jacked him up with all this wokeness bullshit.
Yeah.
Right.
Where he's
Mhm.
what is he like, robot sexual or something like
Pansexual.
Oh, God.
No, it's like a robot thing.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
that?
So,
He's attracted
oh,
to robots now.
and-
what?
And
Voted his robot.
yeah.
and Miss activist droid Phoebe
Phoebe
Waller-Bridge.
Yep.
Is that right? So
Mhm.
we're good with F on
Oh yeah.
is that the only universal one we've had?
Is
Okay.
there an
It
F
is.
minus?
Going back to this, what did they do with the Bad Batch? I thought it was going back. This is Shadowhawk says that they should have done like SEAL Team 6 shit. What were they doing? Were they not doing like missions and stuff like that?
They
Was
were
was the Bad Batch more like the A Team or some shit?
yeah. The Bad Batch is Clone Force 99. It's these four genetically you would call them defective clones
Okay.
because they're not exactly like all the rest of the clones. You got different sizes. Their inhibitor chips don't work as well, so they can kind of think for themselves. And when Order 66 happens, it doesn't hit them.
Okay. Couple of scenes. If you close your eyes, you think it's Billy D.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, if you literally close your eyes. Okay, I thought you were saying if you squint, you thought it was Billy D. But, okay, so we got Rogue One. I would say this is a B. I wouldn't say it's as good as Star Wars, but we had to move that down.
Boo.
I know a lot of people don't like Rogue One, but I did not hate that one. So, Static, what do you think?
I'm at B to C.
Okay.
I think it got a lot of hype because of the very short amount of time Darth Vader was in there. And that was definitely one of the coolest Darth Vader scenes we've ever gotten.
It was.
But I think it was a little slow overall.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd agree with that one. What do you think, Joker?
I think as far as the Rogue One crew, you've got some boring characters who I really don't give two shits about. The only good character from the Rogue One team is Chirrut Inway, who's not a Jedi, but he's force sensitive.
Yeah.
He's a believer.
Yeah, Donnie
Right.
Donnie Yen was legit in that movie.
Mhm.
Yes. And then again, the Darth Vader scene is like, that's a great.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
And the more I've watched that film, the less I've liked it. Very underused Mads
Yep.
Mickelson, Ben 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 Mendelsohn Ben the Mendelsohn is great, but then again, he's always great. So
Yeah.
but that's those two alone are not enough to carry this film.
I like this guy, the blind guy. I am one with the force.
Oh, yeah.
That was a good.
Yeah.
That was a good part too.
I am the
on it.
force. The force is with me. Yeah.
He was probably the best part of the movie without a doubt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Donnie.
So,
Donnie.
Joker, what do you
Yen is
think?
usually-
B or C?
C.
C. Okay, you guys are going with C here. Copa, what you got?
Oh yeah, definitely a C. I agree with both of them. It's slow. It's forgettable for the most part. You pretty much go see it because you hear Darth Vader's scenes are legit, and for as short as they are, it is worth that last bit with Darth Vader and connecting Rogue One
To New Hope.
to New Hope is worth it. I think it was worth the ticket price, but getting there is just a little tiresome.
It is definitely worth. It is definitely worth a matinee price.
Yeah.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure that's what I did.
Ah, there you go.
The end scene was added months later. Really? I didn't know that.
Huh.
That's that's
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah. The Tarkin scene, that was again a experiment with that, and it's very, very, very uncanny valley.
Yeah.
Yes.
Leia's part 2. You look at her face and you go,
Yes,
"Geez,
yeah.
like there's something weird."
Well,
going on."
Leia's was really bad. I thought the other one wasn't quite.
I think
that bad.
I think all that like de-aging
The de-
shit is uncanny valley.
There's
And
a
I
lot.
think-
Yeah,
I think with the new Indiana Jones 5 coming out, I think that's when normies are really going to get a good look at what uncanny valley really is. I think when Indiana Jones 5 comes out, that's when uncanny valley is going to be a household
Gonna-
term.
pull the
So I didn't realize this, but that Megan movie with the
Mhm.
doll,
Mhm.
that's why it's so creepy, is because of the uncanny valley. I
Right,
was
yeah.
watching like a video essay on it, and I was like, oh, okay, that's why I'm having nightmares
Good.
about this damn thing.
Oh yeah.
good film.
There's
Good
a
film.
there's a guy who does de-aging on like Tom Cruise stuff, and he does like
Yes.
magic tricks and things
I've
like
seen that, and he's like his wife's Paris Hilton.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
creepiest thing ever.
Well, what was it? Lucasfilm after the season finale of Mando season 2. There was a guy on YouTube named Shamuk, who he was doing the exact same thing, but way better
with the
than
Luke
Lucasfilm.
stuff. Yeah,
And they hired
I saw
him.
that. Did they hire him? I didn't know that.
Yep. Mhm.
Even
Well, that was-
even Lucasfilm's Luke for Mandalorian season 2, that was creepy to look at as well, and they tried to hide his face in the shadows as much as they could.
Right.
But we'll get to that.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm trying to remember everything
Andor.
before A New Hope. I think Andor would be next, and that might be the last of it. No, Obi-Wan. Okay. Anyway, Andor. I haven't
D.
seen any of it. D. You
D.
think?
D.
Copa, what do you think, bud?
This is after I bounced out of Disney Star Wars, so
Okay.
I haven't seen an ounce of this. The only thing I've seen of this is a still of them holding AK-47s.
I've heard it's
Right.
good, but really slow.
Okay. It is a competently written show. It is just the execution is so long. And people say, well, I like the slow burn.
But that's not Star Wars. I've heard
Right.
that too, and my argument was, if you want slow burn, you might want to go to like Star Trek or something like that.
right.
Like that
This
universe is more cerebral. This is more high octane sci-fi.
Right. And my thing with a slow burn, I'm like, have you watched this show? Glaciers move at a faster pace than this show. And the only good little storyline they had is when Andor is in prison, but Andor is overshadowed by Andy Serkis, who was the best part of the entire film. And by the time he's done, it's like, okay, well, now what?
So
Yeah.
is it good or is it?
No,
Are you saying it's bad because it's slow, or just
it's bad because it's
Isn't
slow,
Isn't
and I
that enough to be bad?
and I just don't care. That's a big problem.
Okay.
I just don't care.
have you seen it, Static?
Nope, I checked out after Boba Fett.
Okay.
Yep.
So again, Joker, what do you think? C, D,
D.
D? Okay. What else? Obi-Wan. I have heard
F.
nothing but bad
F.
stuff, so I'm going to
F.
start with a D on that.
F.
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 Yeah.
F.
I'm saying F.
Static.
Didn't watch it.
You think
I
F?
wasn't gonna let them ruin that last fight.
Okay.
Copa
Okay.
started off.
With Kenobi?
Yeah.
It's just a straight up F. I mean, when you ruin it's like on purpose ruining a legacy character at this point.
Yes.
It was like they were like, how much of a dick or like a pussy can we make Kenobi?
I think
It
this
was
comment's
one of
about
the
Andor,
worst
by
character assassinations I've ever seen put on the screen.
I mean, him and Luke were just. It was exactly the same thing. Obi-Wan is a loser.
Well, he's a total loser. He faces off with Darth Vader again, which holy shit, that shouldn't have happened in the first place. But since it did, the first thing he does is run away.
Right.
the way. What do you guys think
runs
about him
away.
facing off? What do you guys think of him facing off with him in Rebels? Didn't they face off in?
No.
They
That
didn't
was
face
Maul.
off in Rebels?
I don't know.
Oh, that was
I haven't
Maul.
seen
Okay.
And that was a great scene. That was a beautiful scene. But this, I mean, just like
and you have him so incompetent too. He
yes.
can't even get around a laser gate. He
he
has to hack
a 6
through
foot
a
laser gate. Right. Yeah.
instead of just walk around it. I mean, it's
He fought
almost,
Ahsoka.
it's
Yeah,
almost
that's what I
as
was
if
thinking of.
Mel
He
Brooks was
fought
trying to
Ahsoka.
write Spaceballs 2.
Right. and you introduce you have him spend no time watching Luke the entire series.
No, he goes and watches Leia instead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
the
going
hell?
on this adventure with Leia, which completely wrecks canon.
The Force
Right.
is female.
Exactly.
Yeah, she doesn't go like, "Hey, Obi-Wan Kenobi."
I totally
I seem to
remember.
remember going on all kinds of adventures
Right.
with you like 5
Right.
years ago.
And this was just like 9
And by
years.
the way, how badly did he age between this series and
Well,
A
what's
New
even
Hope?
worse is when they
Well,
do the
two sons.
throwback. They do the flashback
sons.
with,
Oh,
him
God.
with Hayden Christensen.
Mhm.
When
Oh,
they tried to
yeah.
DH Hayden Christensen.
Yeah.
No, they didn't. They left him just as
Oh,
is.
that's right.
Yeah, they
That's-
may not have. Yeah, he didn't look good there.
That was terrible. So bad.
He's supposed
I
to be
mean,
15. He looks 48.
Did you guys
Yes.
think that going back a little ways with the Rogue One and the Darth Vader, did that take away from the fight in Star Wars with Obi-Wan? Like all the skills that he has, and then
No, the
they're just,
Obi-Wan
they're just
the
old
Obi-Wan
guys
fight shouldn't have
hitting-
been. It shouldn't even have happened.
hitting it with a stick.
Yeah, and when it did happen, it was slow, clunky.
No, I'm talking about in A New Hope. With
you know,
after seeing the
Uh,
Rogue One, you see how fast everything is, and they go to that one, and they're just like really old. girls
no,
fighting.
because that scene, Obi-Wan's not there to win.
it's still clunky. It's still clunky.
Oh, it's clunky.
Out of
shit.
all of them,
Have
it's
you seen
clunky as
the
hell.
YouTube video?
Yes, I
It's
have.
got a couple million of like the fight with it updated.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's really cool. Let's see here. Shadow says, JV, World Between Worlds. They can justify Kenobi with the stuff just like we can justify the sequels not happening. Oh, okay. Good luck with that.
Yeah, have fun with that.
Let's see here. Oh, is that how they did that?
Oh.
Okay.
You see, that makes so much
Did he
more
say they were
sense.
scared because they emitted so much power?
Yeah, because
That's what
they both knew that. So that makes more sense. Removing this whole.
So they're kind of cautious
They
to fight
hate
each other, basically.
because they've.
Oh
been-
no! I'm not buying that for 1 second. No way. Because the Vader in this time frame is at his peak. He is a badass. He gives zero fucks, and he will slaughter people without any thought. And
Yeah, and he just
And-
did it like 20 minutes ago at the end of Rogue One.
Right.
Yeah.
He was tired.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
We'll go with that. So
he
I
wasn't-
think
he had to get back into his helmet chamber.
Man, back to tank.
Yeah.
I think next up, I don't know if we're going to have many arguments on this, but I'm going to go Empire A.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Copley, nothing? Good with that?
Perfect placement.
Static?
Mhm.
We're good.
We're good. Okay. And okay. Return of the Jedi. I didn't like it as much as Empire. I'd put it at a B. Copa?
I put it at an A.
An
What
A?
happened? Yeah, I think with Luke's becoming a complete Jedi is a wonderful transition. I mean, he comes in much more mature.
We don't have an S tier.
S tier.
We
Shout
don't
out.
have an S tier.
Baby nuts. Calm down.
Stop making up tiers, dude. Return of the Jedi is God tier. You have a God tier in here?
I think that's the S tier, but
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Well, yeah.
Do you think it's an A? Okay.
I think it's an A, especially when he dips into the dark side to defeat Vader, and he comes right back into the light. I mean, that last fight scene, that last lightsaber fight, is probably the best lightsaber fight because there's an entire story happening within that fight scene.
Sure. Static?
I have a nostalgia bias for Return of the Jedi. It's for extremely silly reasons, but I saw the Wookiee movie. I saw the
Ewoks.
the Ewok movie before I ever saw this movie when I was a kid.
Oh, wow.
And then this came on, and I damn near lost my shit.
You're
like,
like,
the
what? They made another Ewoks movie?
So yeah, yeah, like I said, a bit nostalgia bias on Return of the Jedi, but I've got an A on that.
I don't think I ever, even when I was a kid, because this movie was a year after I was born. I think this was 83, right? Yeah.
83.
Yeah, that was the year I was born.
Yeah, and I don't think I even finished Ewoks. Like even when I was a kid.
Dude, I was at my babysitter's house. I was like 5 years old.
Well,
Had
that makes
nothing to
more
do
sense.
anyway.
Now it's all the picture's starting to form now. Okay.
I have a really good memory.
My babysitter, she showed me Alien. That's
Oh,
the kind
wow.
of babysitter I had.
All right.
I wish that would have been something else.
Hey,
Joker, what do you think?
Speaking of which, Tyler, we don't have Ewoks on here. Just noticed that.
Thank
I got a what did I miss? We can talk about
Yeah.
that stuff at the end.
They'll
Joker,
go
what do
with
you
the
think?
F pile.
Okay, I will agree with Copa and the fact that that lightsaber battle is probably the greatest of all of them. When Palpatine says, "You now fulfill your destiny and take your father's place to my side," because Luke's tapped into the dark side at this point, but then he sheathes his saber and just tosses it. And that is just such an epic, badass scene. It's like, never. And I give it a B because I can't stand the Ewoks, those Care Bears, just those Care Bears on meth.
The crack Care Bears.
The murder bears, because as we see, they were gonna eat.
It's true. It's a good scene.
They were gonna
Good
eat
scene.
Han Solo.
Yeah,
and
man.
And at the end, there's all those stormtrooper.
Yeah, they
Helmets.
ate some. They had meat for at least a few months.
Yes.
Yeah.
There were some good eatings after that battle.
A little charred in a few spots, but hey.
I'd say another reason to keep it in A is because it kind of put a nice little bow on everything at the end.
Look, give you that.
Like, I
I agree.
endings
Good
are
thing there
something
wasn't
that
any
really bothers
episodes
me, and I think
afterward.
this is one of the better ones.
Didn't they make a fan trailer where the Ewoks was a horror movie? Return of the Jedi was a horror movie with the Ewoks, like lurking
That's in a
down
game.
into it.
Because, yeah.
I've seen. I haven't seen that one.
That's
I
in a
remember
game.
They did a Cat in the Hat horror movie trailer.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty fun.
Have you
But,
seen the movie trailer for The Shining where it's a romance?
No, I haven't. It's awesome.
They're making a Hallmark romantic comedy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh.
But
Yeah, I didn't get the a holiday special on here either, but we'll use that on the what did I miss thing.
Yeah.
to kind of
Bummer.
cover up all that. So before we get into the Disney series, what about like the books?
I didn't read any of the books, so
Anybody on the books?
The few that I read, I'd say it's probably in the B or C range. I'd say C.
Okay.
I mean, I
What-
mean, I have heard that the three Zahn books that introduce Admiral Thrawn are amazing,
Yeah.
but other than that, I have no clue.
Yeah, I've only
Static,
I've only
you know
read
anything about the books?
Not a damn thing.
Not a damn thing. Okay, we'll just leave it at C then. How about the games?
Not a gamer.
So
Couldn't
the
tell you.
games, that's kind of like all over the place.
Right.
Yeah.
Because like you've got Knights of the Old Republic, which is absolutely amazing. S tier.
Which, well, I will say this: that KOTOR is the inspiration for my biggest cosplay that I do.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. I don't know what that is.
Darth Nihilus.
Oh, okay.
But then you've got like the more recent Battlefront ones, which were a
Mhm.
disaster from microtransactions and shit like that. And then also, so like I played the older Battlefront games on like the original Xbox and shit, and the original Battlefront 2 was just so much fun to play. And then I played the second one, the Battlefront 2, and I did not have as much fun playing that one as I did in the previous versions. So like the games are kind of all over the place. So I guess C.
Yeah, I think Wookie kind of agrees with you. It looks like he says S tier to F. So
Yeah.
kind of all over
Yeah.
the place. Okay. So we'll do that one there. And
I don't even get a say on this one.
did you play any of them? I thought you said you didn't play any of them.
No, that was
that was
Joker
me.
who said that.
Oh,
was
okay.
me.
Go ahead. Yeah.
No, I didn't play any of them. I'm kidding. Yeah, I would say, Knights of the Old. So I'd say it's a B or C. So I would say it's a B. I see the average of the games vary from total shit level to complete classics. Battlefront 2 was one of my favorites to play as well. There was another one on Nintendo 64 called Shadows of the Empire. Excellent game. And then there was a recent one about a Sith. God, what was it called? Where he was training to be a Sith underneath Darth Vader, and he turns Jedi.
Fallen Order.
That was Force Unleashed.
Force
Yes.
Unleashed.
Yes,
The
yes,
first
yes.
Force Unleashed. So the Force Unleashed and its sequel are totally what the Star Wars gaming element was. LucasArts was. Force Unleashed was fucking amazing. The second one was complete shit. I mean, it totally falls apart. So yeah, I'd give it a B. I'd give the games a B.
So are you talking about like the
That was another one too.
you talking about like the gameplay or the storylines that are
The story, the Force Unleashed storyline, the second one was just absolute dog shit, but the first part was excellent. Another great game that's not really talked about is Star Wars Bounty Hunter. That was good. Where you play, I think you play as Jango Fett. Yeah, you play as Jango Fett. Really
So
good stuff.
we're good about a C on that one?
Sure.
I'm fine.
Yeah. They're average.
Okay, then we got Mandalorian.
Nope. That's. Oh yeah. Timeline wise, you're right. Sorry, my bad. I put Mando at a B.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I like the whole Western thing about it. And
Mm-hmm.
definitely a change from the goofy sequel trilogies. Yeah, I could go with a B on that.
And this may just be sequel bias because this was such a tonal shift from the sequels. Obviously with JJ, that round-headed hack ruin Johnson and JDJ again to Favreau. Season 2 was just a series of side quests. with like only 3 episodes that really move the whole that whole story.
Season 1 had a lot of side quests too.
Well, it was
It's like
I looked at Mandalorian as an episodic Good, Bad, and the Ugly mixed with Lone Wolf and Cub.
Mixed with what?
Lone Wolf and Cub.
Lone Wolf and Cub, a Japanese
Okay.
film series where
Gotcha.
Ronin takes care of a baby.
Static, what you got?
I'm at a C, but that's as soon as I saw Baby Yoda, later to be known Grogu, I was like, oh, that's just a marketing ploy. Like,
Oh, for sure.
that's all that this is.
For sure.
And I just, I did not hate watch it. Let's say that.
I'll say this: after they pulled that crap with, you have to watch a Book of Boba Fett to figure out what's going on in Mandalorian. That made me leave. And the other thing that made me leave, what?
They said you have to watch for season 3. You have to watch
to figure out why Grogu's back. If you remember, season 2, Grogu leaves.
Yeah.
Then you have to watch Book of Boba Fett to figure out why he came back.
Yeah.
That's right. I forgot how much.
Wookiee says without Gina, it's an F.
Right, and that was the other reason why I'm not watching it anymore, because Gina's gone. Because they did.
Was she
Gina's so dirty.
Was she just in season 1?
No, she's in season 2 as well.
Was she? Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So she was like in the first part of season 2 and just like disappears. Is that
the whole season? She was in.
No, she's in there start to finish.
She was in there for 3 episodes of season 2.
No, I'm just saying that they didn't get rid of her character or explain her away. She's like a sheriff of some town.
Yeah. Back home.
Yeah.
Back
so
where
get an F based on the trailer? Didn't like the trailer for season 3. It looked like just more.
It looked like more of the same.
More side.
See, I think they would have done a service if they got rid of Grogu, or if Grogu went and
that's
went
true,
off
Wookiee.
of Luke to be a Jedi, and Mando went on some other adventure and got into some other kind of trouble.
Right.
They can sell toy. They can make a cute toy. Well, actually, this is Disney Star Wars, so they can't make shit for themselves. But you know, somebody with a creative personality would come up with another cute toy to sell along with Grogu.
Right.
And maybe they run into Grogu every once in a while, and they sell more Grogu toys with whatever new toy they come up with.
And this is the problem when the House of the Mouse bought Lucasfilm. They bought Lucasfilm and the Marvel to sell merchandise to boys, but they didn't hire anyone who knew how to market to boys.
Well, yeah, that's a great point, is that they want to sell toys to boys, but then they want to tell boys that they can't be boys, you know, or they want to make little boys feel bad about being little boys and want to do little boy stuff. It's an absolute nightmare. Disney is like, they have no idea how to market to boys anymore.
Nope.
Boys don't want to be treated like girls.
Mm-hmm.
The end.
But they want to treat boys like girls.
Right,
and they want
to groom them.
Girls, and they want girls to be like men.
Right.
They
want to switch everything around. They want millions of years of evolution to be just thrown out the window so they can sell shit.
Yep.
And sell us on an ideology.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That no one's buying.
Yep.
So what do we think, guys? B on that?
I say B. I say
it's a B.
I say
it's good. I think it's already ran its course, though.
Yeah. I
think so too. I think the ratings are gonna.
I am not excited about season
3.
Yeah, I could care less.
Yeah.
Now, see, like I said, if they kept Grogu out, if they made Book of Boba Fett its own separate thing that I didn't have to pay attention to, and they made Mandalorian go on some other kind of quest and find other life forms and shit like that, I would be totally involved. But
the Mandalorian should have been Boba Fett.
Because you already have a built-in story, a ready-to-go story for season 3. You have Bo Katan, who wants the dark saber, so to retake Mandalore, and you've got a conflict because Bo Katan is going to actively be trying to kill Din, is going to actively be trying to kill Din to reclaim the dark saber.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, speaking of Boba Fett, what I saw of this show was just god awful until it got to the brought back the Mandalorian and stuff and stopped being about Boba Fett. So yeah, I'd put it at about a D. Joker.
I liked the opening episode. I liked the second episode. I liked the two non-Boba Fett episodes. Other than that, the show's kind of for 9 episodes, when over half of them are kind of crap. It's a D. And the only other thing I liked is they went back to practical costuming for Wookiees, because Black Chrysanthemum just looked ridiculous. He looked amazing, but it's a D overall.
Okay. Copa.
For everybody, for all those characters that rolled up on a Vesper scooter,
Oh.
F. The end.
An F. Okay.
Yes.
Static. What do you think? D or F?
Yeah,
Or-
fuck the Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
that was
dude.
so
Fuck the
cringe.
Power Rangers.
Whoa. Hey. Power Rangers didn't do anything wrong.
No, I'm
know
just
what?
saying, fuck the Power Rangers of the.
No,
Boba Fett
I know
show.
what you mean. I know what you mean.
Tyler,
But, like-
I may have to redo my vote, because not only the Vespas, but every person that I heard say, "Oh, that's an homage to American Graffiti." Go fuck yourselves.
Oh God.
No, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're going with F. Sounds like, right?
Also, there's the Dancing with Tuscan Raiders.
Yeah.
Forgot about that one.
That was
yeah.
stupid.
Like a bantha.
At the idea of any sort of peaceful Tuscan Raider, like they
Yeah, could've been
had
like,
to make
almost
some
like the
sort of
Godfather.
allegory with whatever, and it's like, no, it's okay. These people can suck. Like he was gonna be a slave to begin with. Like,
Yeah.
These people aren't good people. They captured a slave, and then he turned out to be useful. So that was whatever.
So they used, yeah.
I actually did a pretty long video of me kind of saying how Boba Fett could have been better on my now kind of defunct channel, The Good, the Bad, and the Nerdy. Yeah, I had a lot to say. I think this is a strong F for me.
Okay. So we're going with F on Boba Fett, then, right? Okay.
Yep.
Oh, you guys.
Here we go.
You guys want to talk about Rey Skywalker now?
No.
Not
I just
particularly. Not particularly. And
So I think
Ooh.
the first one was
oh, you
good.
are kind.
Hold on.
You are kind.
Hold on.
Ooh.
Because of what it sets up. Now, future me would put it a little lower, but I think with all the mystery boxes and everything, I would put it at a B before the other ones came out. What do you guys think?
Static. We'll start with you.
Yeah, Static. Go ahead.
Well, so this was the one and only chance that they had to bring the original 3 in the same scene at one time, and they fucking blew it. And then they killed Han, and so they couldn't even do it again. If, say, Carrie Fisher made it to episode 2, you know what I mean? Or did she die between 2 and 3, or
At the end of 2.
At the end of 2.
oh, okay? It was when
She already filmed her scenes for 3.
Right.
Okay,
No, it's Rey Skywalker because she says so. She
Yeah.
said her name is Rey Skywalker, so she
It's-
has to be.
She's
Right.
trans Skywalker.
She identifies.
She's
as a
living her
Skywalker,
truth,
yeah.
dude.
just to be nice, I'd give this one a D.
Mhm.
Copa, are we going to have to start all over now because Jana wasn't here the whole time?
Yes,
What's going on?
she demands it.
Yeah, all right, let me
Clear the
it
board.
off.
Yeah, clear the board.
Clear board. Here we go.
Okay, so I'm sorry, Static. So what are you thinking on that one?
A D.
A D. All right.
That was one of the first movies I walked out of in a long time and just didn't feel anything. And I'm like,
Really?
this is Star Wars. Like,
You didn't want to know who like Rey's parents were and
No.
you actually want to know what the most interesting story for me?
what,
but that
what
one
Luke was going to
Finn.
do when she handed him the lightsaber. You didn't care about any of that.
No, I wanted to know what was going on with Finn. That was the
Yeah,
most
man.
interesting
That's
part.
a good point, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
they set him up to be.
He was the more interesting character.
He was
Yes.
insanely interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't he fight with a lightsaber in that?
Yeah, he picked up
Yeah.
a lightsaber and went to town
Twice.
on
then-
Ben.
And then 20 minutes later, he's a bubble boy.
Right,
Oh, God.
Yeah, and then 2
A
movies
minstrel.
later, he's
A
a
minstrel.
retard.
Yeah.
A minstrel. Oh my God.
They made him a mumbling, bumbling idiot for the next
Force
2
Awakens.
movies.
Followed up. Yeah, I agree with that one there, Wookie. And let's see.
Shadow's right.
Finn would get nothing because of that. Oh,
Right.
yeah. Well,
Mm-hmm.
Well, and that's the thing too is Disney appeased China, so they
Uh-huh.
dumbed down the Finn character. So
is that really why they
Whenever-
did that? I didn't.
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Mhm.
Has-
so the big thing is that the Americans, we got a certain poster where Finn in
Is-
I know they
Prominent.
shrunk it. I didn't know they
they
actually
shrunk it
changed
and they
the storyline.
like
though.
Oh,
yeah
they nerfed
oh
him.
yeah
Yeah.
oh yeah they totally
Yeah,
nerfed
because
the story. So
he was like almost equal with Ray in this one.
no, you can
So-
tell that he was going to get an entire storyline and plot.
Yeah.
Right.
So
and
you
then they
guys
just
And
They
then they're like,
completely
let's send them
nuked
to a space casino.
yeah we're just
Don't
going to
go.
make him go do
We're just-
wacky things.
Yeah, so
Yeah. Go free some space horsies.
Yeah,
okay, so my take on the Force Awakens, take nothing away from it. Massive box
A
office.
bear in a British
success.
court would be hilarious. So I don't
Right.
know what your point is. I would watch that. Okay, sorry, Joker. Go ahead.
So massive box office success, massive. Can't deny that. You've committed some cardinal sins here. You've got when your protagonist beats her antagonist in the first film, you have nowhere to go. You have nowhere to go. Rey defeats Kylo Ren in this film for reasons.
Mm-hmm.
And so there is no stakes.
because the Force is female, dude.
Well, okay, Kathy.
Because it's
But-
time. It's time.
That's it.
Yeah.
Right. And so and agreed. And agreed. Finn could have been a great character. And they did him so dirty that even John is like, I'm never coming back to Star Wars. Never. You couldn't pay me enough to do this game. He was legitimately angry.
Who
and
are you
again-
talking about?
John
Boyega.
Oh, you mean
Oh,
after
yeah.
the trilogy, he didn't want to come back? That's what you're saying?
No,
Yeah. well,
like I
No.
think he was locked into his 3
Right.
week contract with them, but
Right.
after,
After
it was
that,
all
he
said
didn't
and
wanna-
done, he's
I
like,
gotcha.
absolutely not.
Yeah.
Do not ask me to step on a Star Wars set again.
No. And Oscar Isaac is trying to do everything he can to keep that away from to give himself as much room from that as possible. And again, you have the opportunity to put Han, Luke, and Leia together for the first film to properly set up the new
Thanks for hanging out,
heroes,
Shadow Man. Have a good night.
Yeah,
To-
thank you for being here.
to properly hand the torch off to the next set of heroes. And this is just JJ and the mystery box. That's a good question for another time. Still waiting, JJ.
Right. Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I would probably put it. Okay, I'd probably put it at a C now that you guys have talked about it. But what would you say, Joker? D.
D.
Okay. Static. You said D, right?
Yep.
Copa. What do you think?
F.
Ooh.
F. Really?
All right.
Go
I
ahead.
when I saw it, I saw the writing on the wall. First
It's
of
a
all,
New Hope all over again.
it's a rehash of New Hope. But this time our Luke Skywalker
Jenna, no, I don't.
can do no wrong. Our Luke Skywalker now can do no wrong. We do have an interesting character in Finn, but that never gets hashed out. But I'm only judging this this by itself. You can tell that they killed Han Solo just to kill Han Solo,
Yeah.
and that was confirmed with the other 2 movies coming up. I was like, he better not have died. I get the feeling he died for no reason, but we'll see. And it was confirmed true. Just all around bad. I can't stand J.J. Abrams. he can only make remakes and sequels, and he's not even good at that, except for Mission Impossible 3. But other than that, I can't
Mission
stand
Impossible
this dude.
3 is good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
After that, I can't stand the dude. F.
I have a question for you, Copa.
Yo.
Is it as bad as Solo, Obi-Wan, and Boba Fett?
Yeah, I would
Okay.
say so.
Really?
Yeah, I just don't. I've seen it once. You know, I was like, well, that was a mistake. I'm never going to see this again.
Well, I regret this decision.
I did. I walked out there. I was like, wow, I thoroughly regret this, but not as much as I regret seeing the next one that we're about to talk about.
Okay.
Hold on. I have a question. Am I the only idiot that goes back and watches these just to see if they're?
I watch them.
bad?
I have
I have.
actually all of the DVDs except for Rise of Skywalker. So yeah, I go back and watch them periodically.
I go back and watch them, and I'm like, no, I'm this. Yeah,
I
this
see it on
sucks.
TV. You know, TNT always has it on TV. So like, if I catch it on TV, I like kind of stare at it until the next commercial break, and I usually go when the commercial break happens. I usually go, oh, confirmed. Yeah, it still sucks.
Yeah. The next film and Solo were the only ones that I've seen twice tops.
Oh,
Well,
you've seen Solo
let's get to the next one then.
Don't you dare! Don't you
I
dare!
would say. Well, and
Don't
this
you
is
dare.
This is the thing. We were talking.
Remember,
about
this is the movie that destroyed it all.
to Copa
Yes.
about this. When I saw it, I didn't realize when he disappears that he was like dying. So I just figured they were still setting it up, and then I got back and I was
I like it.
Oh.
I like the soldier that touches the ground and tastes and goes, "It's salt." Jesus Christ!
So I would put it at a C, and you guys go.
Oh, can I start on this one?
Whatever, that's fine.
Get it?
This fucking dumpster fire of a film. Ryan Johnson, you round-headed hack. Jesus fucking Christ. For one, we want to subvert expectations. No, we don't. We don't need the hero, the embodiment of hope, the hero of the one of the biggest pop culture heroes of all time to be reduced to a hermit sniveling coward.
He went
Just
worse. He went worse than what he was in A New Hope.
Yeah.
In New Hope, he was a bitch. In this
Now-
one, he was like a hermit bitch.
Right. And
He's gonna kill his nephew.
and then
Dude, he
right,
was straight up going murder his nephew.
right.
In his sleep.
Which would never enter Luke Skywalker's mind.
It doesn't
Never.
make sense. It doesn't make any
makes-
fucking sense.
Makes no sense. And the Canto Bight subplot. Okay, Ryan, we get it. You hate capitalism, even though you're paid millions of dollars from $1 billion company. Go fuck yourself. Just everything about this is just wrong. And it was, from what I've heard in a recent, I guess, because Ryan can't stop talking about, oh, my trilogy's coming out. No, it's not.
Yeah.
That his entire goal was to end the entire trilogy on his film. That's why he killed the bad guy. That's why he killed the big bad. He wanted to put a bow on it and
I even forgot about Snoke. Yeah, that upset me too.
and basically give
Solid turd. I give that.
which was the
Yeah.
which at the time was going to be Colin Trevorrow was
Right.
good.
And he was
Gonna
like,
be the third.
I can't work with this.
Right.
basically, yeah.
You've done this, you've done this, you've done this. You need to change this. And Ryan's like, no, I'm making my movie. Go fuck yourself, you round-headed simpleton. Okay, I'm done.
Okay, so
F.
Okay.
F. This is and Copa is right. This is where Disney broke Star Wars.
Yeah.
Static?
So I'm an F. They this is when Finn
Becomes a
got
bitch.
completely dismantled. Any hope for whatever the hell was going on with Finn was completely destroyed in this movie. They had to come up with this random ass side story where they go to the casino, and then you've got the slavery kids and the animals, and then you've got this Rose
Space
Tico,
horses.
which no problem with Rose
Oh
Tico.
yeah, Rose Tico.
But
Oh,
like,
except for the fact that she's on a bombing ship, and she drops bombs in the middle of space that don't float anywhere. They go straight down. What is that?
That was her sister.
That doesn't work. That's not how space works.
That's not how That's not how gravity, zero gravity works.
And
that wasn't Rose Tico though. That was her sister.
And the light speed thing and the light speed attack. That's not how hyperspace works.
Oh yeah.
I think Joker got that tattoo you were talking about there. Did you get a
Sith?
Okay. Somebody was talking about a Star Wars tattoo.
That's me.
But
the whiskey,
the Rose Tico Finn was I felt it was just a forced love story that they needed to come up with because people were starting to think Rey and Finn might be a thing at the end of the first one.
At the end of the first one, yeah.
So I think that was
where
just
it was going too.
That was just like fucking hammered in there, and like it just the whole thing, everything felt so forced.
Wookie, I think that's going to be there'd be a lot of yelling if you did that. But,
and again, no shade thrown on the actress, but Kelly because Kelly is a beautiful woman. They did her no favors. They frumped her.
Yeah, they made her uglier.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who?
Rose Tico.
Rose Tico.
Oh.
With the weird
Kelly
curly hair and all that.
I know. Kelly Marie Tran.
Yeah. So it was because they wanted to look like an engineer, and women can't be pretty if they work in a garage, I guess. I don't know.
No, they can't.
Yeah. And
my rule. And ugly yourself if you're going to be in my garage.
And let's see. And then they had the force Skyping, whatever the hell that was.
Wait.
Oh yeah.
Elaborate.
That actually sounds pretty cool, Jenna. That sleeve.
Yeah,
nice. Cool.
Yeah,
you need to get as long as it had Rey Skywalker, on there as well.
Ooh, she's going to hurt you. She's going to find you and use her
now she just wants
skills on you.
Okay. Do the Predator. That'd be cool. So you guys are saying you don't like The Last Jedi? Is that what I'm getting?
Copa gets to go, right? Did you go?
No, I don't get to go in this panel at all.
Go, Copa.
Go ahead. Did you not go?
No, he didn't.
No, I didn't go.
Go for it.
Well, go.
I don't want to.
Okay. Well, you're up first on this one.
All right, I'll give you guys a story.
Go ahead.
You want a little Hollywood story? I saw.
No, I don't want you to go.
Well, then I'm not.
I'm kidding. Go ahead.
I'm just going to leave.
What you got? I want to hear the story.
So I went and saw a 70 millimeter print screening of Interstellar with Christopher Nolan and Ryan Johnson. So after the screening, Ryan Johnson was doing a Q&A with Christopher Nolan, and this was literally 2 days after it was announced that Ryan Johnson was going to do The Last Jedi. So I was very interested on what I was going to hear about and stuff like that. And everybody started conversing about him doing The Last Jedi and getting attached to it. And he started asking Chris Nolan about how to shoot practical effects, and I'm going to need to get tips from you. And I'm like, oh my God, this is the dude who, first of all, this might be the guy who might be able to bring back what J.J. Abrams ruined in the first one. Because I'm looking at this guy and I'm like, this guy wrote Brick and this guy wrote Looper, and he directed both of those as well. So he's got this indie flair to him. He's got a nice kind of style of writing. So I was like, oh, okay. So, and now he's got Christopher Nolan saying, hey man, I'll hook you up. Like I'll tell you how I shot everything in Interstellar, who I used for practical effects, blah, 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 blah. So that sold me on the film. And that's how Copa got sold on The Last Jedi and walked into a movie theater and watched it. And boy, did I hate him. I hate every minute of this fucking film. It from start to the worst thing they've ever done was what they did to Luke Skywalker. We mentioned it before. He was going to kill his nephew in his sleep. I don't care how they show it. That is exactly what was going. We're talking about a character who saw like this most smallest sliver of good in his father and brought him back from the dark side. But felt the same amount of dark side in his nephew and went, I'm going to kill this little bitch in his sleep. Holy shit. What is wrong with the Skywalkers? They're straight up murderous. So, yeah, I couldn't hang
Canella, you talking about Interstellar? You didn't like the last 20 minutes? Is that right?
Oh, where he's in the black hole? I could get down with that feeling. I didn't really like that. I didn't really like how it ended either.
I liked the whole thing.
I liked everything leading up to it. But
yeah, I like the.
It's better in a 70mm print. I mean, if you could ever find someone screening it in a 70mm print, I'd say go see it. But yeah, back to Star Wars, and then the Snork stuff. Like I totally forgot about Snoke.
I did too. Yeah,
I was like,
and that
yeah.
fight scene with the cardinal thing or whatever the fuck they are.
Has anybody ever seen them slow that choreography down?
Yes, it's atrocious.
Like people are just falling over for no reason.
Right. They're gonna swing and they hesitate and they're waiting for Daisy to hit her mark.
Right.
Yep.
But she never hits her mark. She like skips over it. It was awful. It's just start to finish. This movie broke me from Star Wars really until Mandalorian came around.
Okay.
I outright refused to see the next one, The Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
I watched maybe the first 15 minutes just to see where it was going because people were telling me like, JJ, like it's not that good, but he attempts to fix a lot of the issues that happened in Last Jedi. But I couldn't get past the first 15 minutes. It was such a train wreck. The next one.
Hold on,
yeah.
wait. Oh, I'm sorry. Keep going.
No. I'm just saying. I'm wrapping this up here. I'm giving Last Jedi an F. An F minus. What's the demon tier? Put him in.
I think there was an S tier up here at the top, and then there was something down here below it.
Shadow Realm. I put it in the Shadow Realm.
Okay. So Wookie Be Bad said something about don't forget the Snoke clones are in Mando.
Oh shit!
And it's like, is this another thing where no one's dead in Star Wars?
Yeah, and that's what Joker was
Snoke
saying.
clones
And I'm
were in Rise of Skywalker,
they used to
right?
die.
I don't think they were in Mando.
That was another comment I had for the first one of this trilogy is the fact that you literally have a Darth Vader clone, quote unquote, in Ben Kenobi. Like he's nothing special. Like all he did was like he took after his grandfather. Like it's just so lame, dude. This entire trilogy is some of the lamest shit ever put on film.
Yeah, and then they also kind of like amped up how he was a little bitch, like Luke Skywalker in A New Hope. Like, yeah.
But he wanted to like, I don't know, preserve Vader's legacy or some shit, and he was wearing a mask and didn't make sense.
No reason at all.
Yeah. All right. Well,
it's like he's putting on Grandpa's old World War II helmet and running around starting wars.
So Rise of Skywalker, I would put it as an F.
Yeah.
I don't know how the rest of you guys feel, but Copa, what do you got?
Like I said, I only watched the first 15 minutes of this and turned it off. I knew where it was going.
It was just all over the place. There was trying to correct all kinds of stuff and all kinds of stuff.
Oh, in that first 15 minutes alone, I remember going, "Wow, this is hyperactive, and they're just trying to fix whatever they can as fast as possible."
And then they introduced the part where she could like grab the spaceship and electrocute it.
Yeah.
And I remember laughing out loud at that. Like, okay,
they just OOP'd her to fuck.
Now. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. At one point,
and then they killed Chewie, and you had like a really emotional moment. But then, he's fine. He's right over here.
Yeah,
that'll be fine.
I like where she front flipped over a TIE fighter and cut the wing off, and
right.
Yeah.
Yes, it was garbage. That was the only one for me that I would put as an F. But what do the rest of you guys think? Kofi
it's
said
an
F.
F. Sure.
Yeah, F. The Raylo was strong in this one. Like that last bit, like gross.
Yeah, he grabbed a spaceship and electrocuted it.
Ugh.
No.
Joker, you're the
Just-
saving grace here. What do you think? Is it an A?
There's no fuck no. there is no saving this film. The only part where I had something like okay was when at the very end when it seems like all hope is lost and the voices of the voices of Jedi past are coming and talking to Rey. So you get Mace Windu. You got they brought in Ashley Eckstein. They brought in Olivia Dabo. They brought in all these other. They brought in Hayden. They brought in other. Just that one little moment. I'm like, okay, that's nice.
You like the keys jingling there? They got through with that.
Is it worth getting
No.
through the other 2
No.
hour and 15 minutes of it?
Yeah.
No. 10 seconds is not enough to save this film.
Right.
Jesus
I'll
Christ.
I'll catch it on YouTube, dude.
Yeah.
This
Just that part.
this film lost me at the crawler.
Oh,
At the crawler. The one that said Palpatine has returned. You just took
Yeah.
Anakin's entire redemption arc and flushed it. Go
Well, that's-
fuck yourselves.
That's what I can't stand about Disney Star Wars is that everybody has come back to life now.
That is cool. We'll keep-
Nobody
we'll
fucking
keep-
dies
keep
in this
friends.
universe
Yeah.
anymore.
Jesus Christ. It's just
Cad Bane will be in the next season of Boba Fett.
I mean, and just
Wasn't
so
he
many
in?
things.
Wasn't he in Mandalorian or something like that? Yeah, he was in Mandalorian already.
He was
No,
in
he was-
Boba.
Yeah.
He
Oh, he was in Boba Fett.
Fett.
That's what it was. Okay.
Yeah, they
So-
killed him, and then they showed the little thing beeping on his chest at the very
Well,
end.
the
of
fan
that.
edit couldn't be worse. So
I mean,
give it a
there's
shot.
so-
I guess. I don't
there are
know.
so many things that are just wrong with this film that just make no sense. And these people do not understand Star Wars. Light speed skipping. That's not how light speed works. George clearly established rules. And you're just like, you know what? Okay.
Wait. I didn't. Maybe I skipped none of it, or I skipped all of it. What is light speed skipping?
You jump into hyperspace.
It's where you
and
take
then-
the idea of light speed and pull it out of your ass.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
it's
Oh,
just-
I guess the
well,
idea light speed
okay,
was kind of already
okay,
pulled out
because
of your ass.
okay,
But it's something you
because-
pull out of your ass and then you pull out again. I
Okay,
guess. I don't know.
because
Like a twice baked potato.
maybe, but in New Hope, where Han clearly sets the rules, you need precise coordinates when going through hyperspace. You have a starting point and an end point. This is just hyperspace, jump out, hyperspace, jump out, hyperspace, jump out,
Mhm.
and just makes no sense. It is absolutely just
But what's the point
garbage.
of it?
Kind of like how they use it in Guardians of the
To-
Galaxy.
just to
It's
try to escape.
it's the plot armor. You know,
Oh,
you can do kind of
oh,
whatever.
they needed it for the plot to
Right.
happen.
Well,
Got it.
well.
What about the space horse he's riding on the outside of a ship?
I
Would that be
was
possible?
just gonna say that. I was
Okay.
just gonna say that.
Well, go.
You had space horses in the final battle. This is their big tactic to turn the tide of the battle.
Could you just
we're
like
gonna-
turn it? Like
we're gonna
the horses
land-
fall off.
We're gonna land it. We're gonna land a landing craft on top of a star destroyer and bring out the cavalry, literally cavalry. When all the star destroyer has to do is,
Right, just slightly turn. Yeah.
and they're done. And you've got 1,000 star destroyers with Death Star cannons now under the surface of a planet, and then you raise them out through the ground. If you gave me a week, I couldn't list how many ways that is just wrong for a planet on so many levels.
Yeah.
It's just, and a Force Ghost can now catch things.
And now we have like 1,000 Death Stars.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's just,
You thought one or two or maybe even three were bad.
wait till there's 1,000 though.
hold my beer. Jesus.
I don't
Fucking
understand.
Christ.
See, this is why I hate J.J. Abrams, because he's like, you know what happens if we had 1,000 of them?
Uh-huh.
Right. And this is what JJ doesn't understand when folks say, okay, I want a larger story.
Well, he's like
Oh,
on the Michael
you
Bay
mean
level.
more?
Yeah,
You mean more? Okay.
like Michael. You know how Michael Bay shoots more, bigger level stuff by putting explosions inside of explosions that exploded already.
Right.
Yes.
That's J.J. Abrams, but it's mystery boxes. He's like, "Yo, I
Oh,
heard
he
you
loves
like
the mystery
mysteries,
box,
so I put
yeah.
a mystery box inside a mystery box."
Yeah.
And then guess what? Once you get those, there's another mystery box in there.
Yeah.
Right. It's like that's like Star Trek into
I can't. I see. That's
Let's
a
make it-
whole nother stream. But I can't stand. I can't stand JJ's reimagining of Star Trek.
Should we do all the Star Trek movies, like the original Star Trek and the JJ
Ooh.
Star Trek and all that?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
I haven't seen I haven't seen the last one, but okay, sure. I'm down. I don't think I need to.
Oh, you haven't
but-
seen the third J.J. Abrams one?
No.
Discovery. Was that a JJ Abrams directed one?
No, that was
Oh, no. The third.
it's from
I think he directed
Beyond,
the
I
first two
think.
of those.
It's from Beyond, I think it's called.
Yeah, Star Trek
Star
Beyond.
Trek. Yeah. Is it Beyond?
I think
Star
so.
Trek Beyond was the last one. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And then and the Wookiee, great point there. You've got we need to find the MacGuffin, but we need to find this MacGuffin to go to this MacGuffin to find this MacGuffin to go to a planet.
See, and this is the problem with bad reboot all around is the fact that
Mhm.
they start these mystery boxes that everybody gets involved with, and they always do a good job of getting the audience involved in these mystery boxes, and they really get you sucked in. But after a certain amount of time, you go, I'm tired of playing these games. Like with Lost, after season 2, I was just like, I'm tired of playing the game. Like, I don't want to know anything. I don't want to have another mystery. I want to start knowing stuff,
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then, they like to play this game of, the audience really wants to know what's going on here. So we'll give it to them. But when we do, we'll have 3 more mystery boxes.
Right.
And they think this buys them time to figure out what the hell their story is.
Well, it
But
does
it
buy
never
it does buy him
does.
time, but then eventually,
But
you
they
like
never-
you said, you just kind of go like, all right, never mind. I don't care.
Yeah, everybody goes, oh,
But
yeah,
wait, there's
never
more.
mind.
But wait,
and,
there's more.
and
A good
but bad-
question for
but
another
bad
time.
A good
But
question
Bad
for another time.
Rebo goes, all right, yeah, we didn't really know what we were doing anyways.
Right. Yeah. Kind of like
It's
a
just
good
like
question for
everybody-
another time. Like we wrapped up the trilogy. When was the? when
And
we
then
get to that?
and then right at the end, what's your name? Ray what? Ray Skywalker. You don't get to take people's names.
She's
They
trans
should start
Skywalker,
episode
dude.
10
She's living her
with the other
truth.
lady going like,
Shut up,
What do you-
Copa. That is
what do
a
you mean?
bullshit answer.
Just living her truth.
She's just
Fuck
living
you
her
all
truth, man.
with that bullshit answer. Oh god, that was so stupid. You're a
oh,
Palpatine.
for
Admit
the
it.
M Night Shyamalan movie.
And
Yeah,
plus-
I'm actually
and-
going to see the new
and
Knock at the
plus-
Cabin this week.
And plus, it's not like
Looking forward
plus-
to it.
it's not like prior to Luke. It's not like Skywalker was a great name either.
No.
Right. I mean, homie was trying to kill his nephew in his sleep. I have to reiterate this all the time. The
Right.
Skywalkers, by the time this trilogy is done, it lesson learned. The biggest pieces of shit in this galaxy are Skywalkers.
Yeah.
Anakin murdered children. Luke tried to murder his nephew.
Who was also a child. They're a bunch of child murderers.
And then
They're not
And
good
you-
people. What
The
did
only
Leia
good
do?
Skywalker is Rey.
No,
you're right.
that's true.
She's a Palpatine who was just trying to bring order to the galaxy.
She's just trying to do what her family could.
Yeah, I'm starting to think the Palpatines were actually the good people.
Could be.
Could be. He's like,
Kind of like a reverse on the whole Johnny Lawrence and
Talk about subverting expectations.
do you want to know the tale of Darth
Batista.
Plagueis?
Oh, you guys are talking about the M Night Shyamalan movie. So yeah, we're
You know what? That would make total sense for Disney to do
Makes
that
the
though. All of a
franchise
sudden, the
bigger.
commie empire is actually the good people. That would fit right in
Right,
with
yeah.
Disney messaging.
So what did I miss? What did
the
I
holiday special, dog.
Oh
Holiday
God,
special.
that'd be an
Holiday
F.
special.
Okay,
The
I've
Ewok
never seen.
movies.
I've never seen the holiday special.
it's
Oh.
terrible.
Oh.
It's so bad.
Yeah.
It's
It's
so
not even-
bad. It's so bad that it's somewhat endearing at this point, because it came out in 78, so I was 7. So again, I see Star Wars on TV and I'm like, ha ha, Star Wars, and it's just, I'd rather watch that than any
We
of
talked
the
about the book series.
sequels.
Yeah, the book series is what, a C?
See?
Yeah, we got it right here. See, books.
And
Sing? You sing?
Cope was the only one that had any, and it sounded like you'd only read a few of them.
Yeah, I've only read
There's-
like 2 or 3. One of them was Shadows of the Empire, which also turned into a video game, and then God, I can't remember the other one I read, but
Oh, you know what? I read there was one where Luke was married to like a Laura.
Mara Jade.
Jade.
Mara
Mary-
Jade.
Yeah.
Why have we not seen Mara Jade yet?
And did they have twins?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah. I
No.
kinda remember that book.
No. They had one son named Ben.
And that's where they got Ben Solo from.
Oh,
Yeah, that's right.
And Han
Mary
and
Jade, yeah.
Han and Leia had Jason and Jana.
They had the twins. Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
I vague man. That's been a minute. That was
The
probably
only
25 years ago.
reason Kenobi, that series exists, is to legitimize the sequels. That's it.
yeah. And see, they could have delegitimized the sequel trilogy with Book of Boba Fett if
Or-
Grogu chose to
And-
stick with Luke.
Yes, and there's one other thing that is still in play, and which is the way I said everything else up to when this series drops is just filler. The Ahsoka series is the only show that matters.
But I'm just saying, like, they had a
Right.
chance and they dropped the ball on that, and so
Yep.
it looks like they're just saying, hey, we've invested too much money into the toys and into the hotel rooms and shit like that.
You mean the toys that nobody bought?
They're buying Grogu toys.
So Wookiee's saying Han had twins. Luke
Ben.
had okay, yeah, he was saying what you said. Jason and Jaden was the twins, is that right?
Jason and Jaina Solo.
Became Sith. Okay. And Jaden killed him. Really? Okay.
Yeah, Wookiee got them confused with the Smiths. Will and
Right. And
Yeah.
and yeah, so Jason, these were all killed by Darth Talon. That because of the Clone Wars and bringing Darth Maul back, that was George's original idea for the sequels, to have the main antagonist be Darth Talon, being the apprentice to Darth Maul.
Gotcha.
I think after I finish the Witcher series, I'm going to look into these Star Wars books.
Kathleen Kennedy told me that they're not important, so I'm not going to worry about it. And I
That-
trust her.
That's see you next Tuesday.
So, what do you guys? You guys have any hope for upcoming series
Absolutely
or movies or
not.
anything like that?
Nope.
Ahsoka, that's it. Ahsoka, that's it. It's the
Not
only
looking
show
forward
that
to
matters.
any of it. If
None
it's
of it.
Disney related, not.
Well, it's got to be
not.
Disney related.
I
Well,
might
I'm just
have-
saying.
I might
have-
check
You never
out-
know. You never know. They might. Well, actually, this is the last property they'd probably sell when they
Oh, yeah.
really bleed money and they start selling IPs to people.
This
will be the last one.
They would sell this for the Marvel. The Marvel
Right.
has been the only moniker of success.
Oh yeah.
Really? Because
But
I see him piecing off Marvel like Marvel did before.
No. It's
No?
it is way more valuable as a whole now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wookie, I saw R2 back there, but no, I didn't read the books on your background, unfortunately. I guess you got some Star Wars books back there. What about the droids? Droid show? Did you guys watch that one? Somebody mentioned.
I did
that
not watch
in
the
the
droid
comments.
show.
Yeah. I didn't watch that either.
I think that was like in the 90s or something, wasn't it? I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah, I
So-
remember. Oh, you know what? I remember it was something like semi-related to Muppet Babies, right?
There was that. It was also the Ewok cartoon series, which if you know the YouTube channel, call me Chato. He was a part of that cast. He was a voice of one of the Ewoks.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
So
Little fun fact there.
Besides Mandalorian and Ahsoka, what else is even coming up?
Ryan Johnson trilogy. You
Yes.
Go fuck yourself.
got Patty Jenkins.
That hasn't been officially announced. We've got
No, I know.
Bad Batch,
None of
which
those
we're in
have.
the middle of.
Yeah, Rogue Squadron was announced and they took
So I've
that
got-
away.
Here, I've got something I want to show my screen.
Yeah, nobody wants to work with Patty Jenkins anymore.
No.
How do I do that?
You'll see across the bottom.
Uh-huh.
I've added a little screen. You can click on the.
Oh,
Present.
your screen. I got you here.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So this is all I
Ooh.
see.
Oh,
This is
Skeleton
for.
Crew. I forgot about that. Yeah.
This is
Okay.
for,
Oh, yeah, Visions.
2023.
Okay, that I saw, and it is 9 animated shorts from some of the largest anime houses, and of the 9, there were
Force
three.
Awakens.
There were 3 that I really didn't care for, 2 that I thought were okay, and 4 that I really liked. The very first one, Call of the Duel, is just amazing. It is so good. It is the black and white scratch animation style, and it is a Rogue Sith
Which one are you talking about, Joker? I'm sorry.
Star Wars
Visions.
Visions.
Okay.
They all tell stories of Japanese culture through the lens of Star Wars.
Oh, okay. No, I have seen a little bit about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That,
Is it
that
gonna
would
be like
that'd
all
be an
anime?
interesting idea. It's something new, bringing in
Yeah,
that manga audience.
it is all done with it's like it was 9 shorts done by 6 different anime houses.
I know Studio Trigger did one that's supposed to be excellent. I haven't seen it yet though. But Studio Trigger is one of my favorite anime houses.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Young Jedi Adventures. First
Oh yeah,
set-
that's what we've all been clamoring for. Some Young Jedi
Right.
Adventures.
Exactly.
set during the High Republic era.
Fuck
They wrote
no.
comic books about baking cakes and shit.
All right, yeah,
I wonder
nice.
if what was the name of the rock? The rock had a name, didn't it?
Geo.
Geo.
Geo. Yeah,
Geo.
I wonder if Geo's going to be in this one.
No. Gotta hope not. And the one thing that I have heard, and if the only silver lining to because I've got friends that love the Disney Star Wars, and they're very happy that Iger's back, and I'm like, why? He doesn't like Kathy. They may be friendly. They are not friends. Because
It doesn't matter. Under his watch is what we got now.
right, exactly. But Lucasfilm, as far as Iger's legacy is a black eye. Kathy has not made him look good. So
No, which is incredible because Kathleen Kennedy was friends with Lucas,
I got it.
and so when they first gave her the position, I was like, smart.
and we all thought the same thing, and then she was like, "Ha ha!"
Yeah, she's,
So Wookiee sent
she
this
tricked
here.
us, everybody.
This is apparently the upcoming stuff.
Andor season 2, the Acolyte, Lando.
The Acolyte. That one.
Acolyte is not happening.
Have
Acolyte
they
is not
canceled
happening.
that?
Yeah.
Well,
The fact that they've talked about it for like 5 years and it still says TBD is probably not a good sign.
Right.
well, supposedly,
And I don't think season 2
well,
of Andor would happen either. Go ahead, Joker, sorry.
Andor season 2 was already baked in, and Cope and I have talked about this, that going by a normal the metric, Andor would not have earned a season 2, but yet it's baked into this. It's baked in. The Acolyte. This was supposed to be headed up by Leslie Headland. Yeah, that one. This was supposed to be Brie Larson's introduction into the Star Wars world. It's been completely redone, reshaped, whatever. Supposedly they're filming now, but there's no director listed. this project is not happening.
Yes,
What
Rangers.
is
I remember
catching
the
my
Rangers.
eye is-
That kind of went off the map with when they got rid of Gina Rangers.
Mhm.
Yeah.
This one here.
Yeah, because
Right.
that was supposed to be her baby.
That was supposed to be like her.
That was
main-
that was her spinoff. What's
Oh,
catching
yeah.
my eye is this Damon Lindelof.
That also
Untitled
is
Damon
not
Lindelof.
happening.
Oh my god.
That also is not happening.
Oh, it's not?
No.
They cancel that? Okay, good.
It is a complete rumor at this point. It
So
is
is Taika,
and
I know Taika Waititi's is a complete rumor too. Like that.
Right.
Yeah, that's
because-
after Thor. I that one's probably gone too.
yeah. And any dimension of the Lindelof film is not coming from Lucasfilm. It's coming from him.
That's a name I've not heard in a long, long time.
Ever since
Yeah. Kevin
That
Feige's
might-
got that Star Wars movie. Forgot about that.
Not
Yeah.
not gonna happen. Not gonna happen.
That Lando TV series is happening, I believe.
yeah, a lot of Star Wars got wiped off the map.
With who?
Mhm.
With Donald Glover?
Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen.
Really?
yeah.
And also the Dumb and Dumber from
Uh-huh.
Game of Thrones
Here.
is
Yeah.
not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what is going to happen that's not established already?
Okay, there's
Ahsoka,
Ahsoka, yeah.
Ahsoka and
Skeleton Crew.
Mandalorian
Skeleton
until
Crew.
the end of time. New seasons of that.
I bet you they're going to give
Forever.
Andor's going to stick around. I
Yeah.
bet
So you're getting another Mando season 3, yes. Star Wars Visions Volume 2, yes. Ahsoka, yes. Skeleton Crew, yes. Andor season 2, yes. Everything else from that on down is probably not happening because
Is Skeleton Crew part of the
Animation.
Bad Batch?
it's kind of in that same vein,
Okay.
I think.
That one also said it. So, like, that was at the bottom of that article I was showing, and it says it took place during the New Republic as well.
Ugh, then never mind then. It sucks.
What's wrong with the New Republic?
Everything.
The New Republic is what all
hold
the
up.
comic books are based off of, are doing.
Is Wiki Be Bad in the chat saying that Lindelof got Das Boot? Like, is he remaking Das Boot?
That's
Is that
Or-
what?
Or
what he's
got
saying.
DOS booted maybe.
Could be a
Yeah.
typo. I don't
Oh,
know.
he got Das Boot.
Oh, he got the boot. I
He
think.
got the
Yeah.
boot.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm like, oh, please do not tell me he's remaking Das Boot. I was going to throw up on camera. Oh my god. Oh, my heart stopped pounding there for a minute.
So I think on our chart we got a clear we got a kind of a clear.
I'm gonna have to
Image
watch
of-
Clone Wars now.
The biggest surprise to me is Clone Wars because
It's very good.
Yeah,
I
I
think-
figured
I
that'd be right around the C range.
But
Clone Wars is good storytelling, but if you like looking at something pretty on your TV, that's not it.
I love the animation.
They all
as it
can't be
evolved.
Pornhub.
I'm just saying.
That's true.
I'm just saying.
4K shit.
I mean, I'm just saying, with the exception of the prequels, we've got a pretty clear line of what's good Star Wars and what is bad Star Wars.
Yep.
Yeah.
Basically 3 to 6.
I'm more surprised at New Hope being at a B. You guys know what the hell you're talking
I am
about.
too. Yeah.
I know exactly what I'm talking about, sir.
So to be fair, I argued for an A-,
And I think
because I knew Empire was going to be up there, and I was going to put Return up there.
And
And
I think Tyler the Dictator up there said no. It's my list.
and I think
No,
I'm
I put it at an A. I put Star Wars at
Yeah,
an
he
A.
did start it at an A.
I think I'm the only one here who can speak to seeing it opening day. So I'm just, I mean, I
Oh, so
bet the more.
that makes you the authority now?
Yes.
Wrong.
Oh, but correct me if I'm wrong. Empire Strikes Back was directed by George's instructor at USC. Am I correct?
No, you're
Is that
And-
Haston?
And he was really not a fan of Star Wars.
right.
But he just understood storytelling.
Right. You don't
Yes,
have
yes, he
to
did.
be a complete and total fan to understand
Right.
storytelling and character development, and that's why I like Empire is so good, and it on a technical level on all fronts it's better than Return.
Hmm.
But there's something endearing about Return. I
Mhm.
think maybe it's just because it came out.
The end of the
That was the
story.
closest one
And
to when I was born, and
And it ends on a high note too. Yeah.
it
The
ends
end
on
of
a
the
high
story, I
note.
think, is huge. Yeah.
See, but
It-
that's
it-
why. See, but
And that fight
see,
scene
but
at the end just has a beautiful story being told
it
during
does.
that fight.
So how long before you guys think that there's going to be a New Hope on one of these upcoming things?
Oh, you mean a New Hope remake?
Yeah,
No,
3 years, 4 years?
no,
No.
because I believe that's part of the agreement George and Disney made, is that you do not touch the OT. So Kathleen's trying to dance around it and wreck the canon.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
I've heard a
didn't
lot of
we just
speculation
have a
about
remake
happening,
anyways
though.
with the first sequel trilogy one?
Yeah,
Basically,
yeah.
What was it called instead of Death Star? Starkiller Base or some shit?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not
Yeah.
a Death Star.
Stupid, dude.
It's like a
Yeah.
Death Star, but a
Again,
thousand times
again,
bigger.
again, J.J. Abrams. Okay, just do this, but do it larger. Okay, we're gonna make a bigger Death Star.
Yeah, but in my head, he sounds even more retarded. Okay, I'll make it bigger.
And I can kill 5
It's a
planets
whole-
at once.
Yeah, it's
They
a
can kill
whole
a system.
planet. It's
Yeah.
not even a moon anymore. It's a planet.
It's got to draw its power from a sun.
Yeah.
You got a limited power source there, son. Because once you train a sun, where are you gonna go? It's a planet. It's not a station. It can't just move.
Oh man.
Oh, all right. Well, let's wrap it up. You guys want to say anything you're working on, anything like that? We'll start.
Well,
Start
I have
with
a
Copa.
question.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
What's on slate for next week?
I don't know. Might do something like food related. Could do another movie thing. I don't know.
A movie and food related.
How about movies
or-
about food?
Movies
How about the menu?
food. Menu's
Jiro
good. Yeah.
Jiro dreams of sushi.
Somebody here did a
sushi.
pretty good review of the menu. by the way.
Chef.
Thank you.
I don't know. I'll have to figure out who's available, and yeah, we'll figure it out. Figure it out next week. Stay tuned, if you will.
All right.
But yeah, if you guys want to say anything about your channels or whatever, we'll just start Copa and go down.
Oh, okay. Yeah. First of all, wrote a book. It's called Why Not Wichita. There you go. You can find
Why
it on
not?
it. You can. Yeah. Why not?
You have to
what
read the
she
book,
asked.
Joker.
Our hero here, protector of a city in the future.
To Wichita, Kansas.
No, it's called Metro City,
Oh,
which is just a hop, skip, and a jump away from Wichita, which is
Okay.
where she wants to go for a couple days off because
Oh.
it's boring. She's looking for boring,
okay.
but she finds that it's way too hard. Everybody wants her to not leave, so she actually has to physically fight her way to her vacation, which she does.
I'll tell you,
Oh.
Copa, if she doesn't free any space ponies, I'm really not interested. If there's no like space
She
casino,
frees like 1,000 of them, and then she goes to
Okay.
Starkiller Base and she hangs out there for a little bit.
okay,
and
good.
Does a little gambling.
You didn't say
She does a little bit of gambling.
at the end she turns out to be a Skywalker.
No, she's a Palpatine. They ask her like,
Oh, that
"What's
was
your
a
name?"
twist.
And she's like, "My name is Miriam." And
What? My
Miriam
name
what?
is-
Miriam Palpatine.
Just cut.
I like-
Nobody asked why
Yeah.
or anything. Just cut.
Yeah, that's the last line of the book is Palpatine.
Why not?
It's
Which
black.
one? Yeah, it's available on Amazon and other
It's
places. I guess.
available on
I think-
Amazon.
Can you drop the link in chat?
Yeah, totally can. Let me be real quick about this. And on top of that, I have a show or a review coming out tomorrow. Well, it's not really a review. It's commentary. I call it the Velma Shortcut, a guide on how to succeed in modern writing without really trying. And what I do is I point out how you can be a writer too if you do it the Velma way.
Oh, I thought it was going to be constructive. It's not constructive.
No, it's absolutely. Hey, these people are getting jobs. Are you? Anybody else?
I thought it was
getting
going
a
to be
job in
educational.
Hollywood?
I was going to bring like my notebook and shit.
I'm just saying.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah,
I'm intrigued. I'll be there for that one.
yeah. Go ahead and drop that in the chat there, bud, and they can
There's
look that up
that.
while they're introducing the rest of their stuff.
Yeah.
Static, what you got, man?
So yeah, you can find me over at my channel, Static 2020. I've been kind of making fun of Velma over the past couple of weeks, and then I had a recent video about.
You don't have a monopoly on it, Copa. It's Velma.
No, I'm not. I'm not saying. Hey, what the hell? I'm saying we should get together.
Oh, okay.
That's
All
why.
right.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch your video tomorrow and probably hit you up, see what you got.
Yeah.
And then I did a video on Hogwarts Legacy on Friday, and that was about how all of the controversy is a distraction to the actual gamer world, because
Like whether it's a good
everyone's
game.
picking sides, and it's like, wait, hold on. Video games have been so fucked. Let's not forget that they could still give us ass in a box.
yeah.
Like let's remember this. Like, yes, there's
Outright refuse to buy this new generation. This new generation is jacked up.
I bought my PC to avoid it. Like, I was like, nope, I'm not getting another console. I'm done with that noise.
Yeah.
So if I have to wait a year or two to get a AAA game, don't really care. I have way more games that I can play right now. So, but yeah, that's what I'm doing. And then also I do a show with Wookie Be Bad and Tyler and Acid on Sundays called the Something Something Sunday Stream on
take
Wookie Be
acid
Bad channel at 3 p.m. Eastern. So go check that out.
Oh, with acid, just
Yeah.
as in with the person's his name is acid.
No, they all
Acid was acid.
take acid.
Acid Stormblade is his name.
Okay,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow,
Take
that's
acid. But you know
that'd be
what?
hell of a-
With all this
that-
Velma shit they talk about, they might
That's
as
a
well
whole.
make-
I mean,
make
that's a
it more
whole
entertaining
new
for me.
dynamic there.
So they get some kind of weird thrill out of Velma. So yeah, if I could get like acid or something.
I mean,
Tyler,
I
I'm
mean,
actually not available until we decide to rank the Velma episodes.
I mean, you guys can.
I'll just make F really big, and you can just drop everything in there.
I mean, you can.
We can-
You come to my town, and it's a few phone calls away. I'm just saying.
There you go. Yeah.
I'll remember that in April.
Okay.
All right, Joker voice.
Oh, my turn. Okay.
Sure.
Hey,
I
let's-
think you were done.
go ahead.
Static, were you done? I think he's done. Yeah. He's doing his acid now.
Okay. So,
He's
Uh,
vaping acid.
Joker voice. I got my little channel. I dropped my last week's News Now video on Monday. Some fun little information. I was gonna do a story. But the a article came across my lap from Deadline that I just can't resist. So I'm doing that. The Nielsen streaming rankings for 2022 and how Lucasfilm or Marvel were not even close to anything, which I just find gloriously hilarious. So I'm going to comment on that. And then Friday, I'm probably going to talk about what James Gunn announced earlier today. And then Friday, you can catch me on Legion Talk, talking about the week in pop culture with he's been on here before, just having fun, all that stuff,
And
And
the
then-
Game of Thrones stuff. Yeah.
and the Game of Thrones stuff. And then after we're done here, I got to go make a jambalaya and then go to sleep because I work
Oh,
tonight.
that sounds so good.
Yo,
Jambalaya.
it's
delicious.
Yeah. Not a lot of.
One of my other chats was talking about gumbo today too. My God,
Oh,
that's
Mhm.
that's definitely a hint.
Yeah.
That's some eating.
Yeah.
So I got last video I did was a review of Poker Face. It's actually it's a Ryan Johnson thing on Peacock.
Lady Gaga?
Like
oh
a-
no, the TV
No,
show.
different Poker Face, like a
Okay.
Murder of the Week type thing. I think kind of like Murder She Wrote, but I never
Okay.
saw Murder She Wrote.
And
Anyway,
that's
it's pretty.
that's with Natasha Lyonne, right?
yeah, redhead girl from I think she was like American Pie back in the
Oh,
day.
American Pie.
That was the last one I did, and looking at doing probably a review of I can't remember the name right now. It's the M. Night Shyamalan movie with the cabin, Knock at the Cabin.
Oh,
Knock
I've
at the
seen that
cabin,
this
yeah.
week, so I'll probably do a review on that.
Shyamalan and Ding Dong.
Maybe this weekend. Probably do some more of these videos where we just rank random crap like this. And yeah, that's about it for now. Oh, Sunday, yeah, we got our something Sunday, and that's about it. So yeah, any last words?
Always. Oh, one more thing on my channel as well. There's a link in the description. I'm doing another fundraiser for the Stuttering Foundation, going through the end of the month. A portion of the proceeds I will either match or, depending on if it's up to $100, we will donate that to the Stuttering Foundation. We did that in December. As you might have noticed, I do have a speech impediment, so I'm just trying to help others because I do what I do to.
Do you have a link in the chat?
It's in the description.
Okay, cool.
That was a merch store. Was that the thing you're talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the same link. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah,
Right.
that link is in the description under Joker Voice.
Yes.
So, all right,
Gotcha.
chat. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Cannoli, and for that, and everybody else in the chat, Wookie, Jana, all that. And we'll see you next time on. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm not ready yet.
Wait, yeah, get it.
Hold on, guys. Okay.
Hold on.
See you next time on We Rank Stuff. We Rank Stuff.
Toodles.
Later.